Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to continue our journey through Ecclesiastes and go with chapters 7 through 12. Again, this is some of that wisdom literature written by Solomon, more than just the one-liners of the book of Proverbs. This book is all about some of the stories that demonstrate what true wisdom is and where it is found. In these chapters, we find that Solomon shifts from observation to a deeper reflection on life, still being honest about the many struggles of life, but we begin to see a more God-centered conclusion take place in everything that happens. Let's take a look at chapter 7. This chapter is more like a proverb. This is going to be some of those one-liners. It's got a little bit more of a somber and reflective tone, however. Solomon makes it very clear in verse 4 of chapter 7, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. Why? Because suffering and sorrow make us think deeply about life. While pleasure numbs us, hardship teaches us. He's also going to point out things like wisdom is a shelter, like money, but better. No one is righteous, so don't be too self-righteous. And then there's this tension in life that we must accept without fully being able to explain it. He's going to start to turn our gaze away from control and more toward a humble trust in God. Chapter 8 finds Solomon wrestling with injustice yet again. Why do the wicked prosper? Why do the righteous suffer? It doesn't always look like it in the moment, but Solomon trusts in ultimate justice. He reminds us that we can't figure everything out, and that's going to have to be okay. Chapter 9 shows us that life is short, so live wisely. Death is the great equalizer, as some have said. Wise or foolish, rich or poor, everyone dies. But instead of despair, Solomon gives us a surprising amount of joyful advice. In chapter 9, verses 7 to 9, he says, "Go, eat your bread with joy, enjoy life with the wife whom you love, for this is your portion." There's a little bit of joy in the midst of the fragile nature of life. He's not advocating for reckless indulgence. He's calling for us to have grateful enjoyment of the gifts that God's given us while we still have them. Chapter 10 is a chapter full of small proverbs and vivid images. This is Solomon being intensely practical. Character matters. Wisdom isn't flashy, but it does preserve life. Chapter 11, Solomon encourages boldness in the face of life's uncertainties. Don't wait for the perfect time. It's never going to come, so act with faith. And then chapter 12 is this final chapter of kind of like a poetic and profound nature. Solomon is going to paint a picture of aging and dying with this haunting imagery laying in the background. I'll let you read it for yourself. That's all we've got time for today. Be well, friends.